No, I want sandals.
Okie dokie.
Bring sandals. Raw.
I know, everybody's like, oh, the camera.
Hello, everyone. I am so glad that you're all here to help welcome baby Sophia into the world. I know that it means a lot to Melissa that everybody's here today. Melissa and Fernando are adding one more girl to the long list of women in our clan. And I'm so excited and looking forward to meeting baby Sophia. And I know that big sister Judy is excited too, and she's going to be an awesome big sister. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Tiffany, and I'm Melissa's oldest and best sister.
She's my only sister as of now.
You know, in life we're lucky if we have a person that inspires us, someone that we can look up to and admire. And for me, Melissa is one of those people. She's such a good sister to me, and I love her to pieces. And I will always try to be her biggest cheerleader. I'm going to be emotional too.
I know, we're all trying to have nothing.
I'd like to talk a little bit about Melissa's babyhood and start in life. I think it's important to look back on that, as her early start is fairly representative of how the rest of her life has gone.
Aww. Blowing your eyes.
I remember when my mom brought her home from the hospital. I was 8, so I remember it really well. She was a beautiful little baby, and she was so precious. And I decided right then and there that I was going to call her Bubba.
Thanks.
After the character in Sanford and Sons. Because just like the character, she was bald and had big ears. When I unwrapped her little baby blanket, I was shocked and scared and worried because she had a cast on her little leg. It was like 3 inches long. And my mom explained to me that she was born with a club foot, which meant that that her foot was turned in and it was also upside down. And the cast was being used in order to straighten her foot. Regardless of that, Melissa was always a really happy baby. And this is her natural disposition despite life circumstances, and she's managed to uphold that her entire life. She had various casts on that leg for the first year and a half, and the doctor decided that the casts weren't working, so they scheduled surgery. And at the time we were living in upstate New York, and she was sent to Children's Hospital in Massachusetts. And we were all really apprehensive about our little girl going in for surgery at such a young age. It was scary. I remember going with my family to take her to the hospital the day of her surgery. And I remember walking around and seeing all of the seriously ill children that were there. There were lots of bald miniature cancer patients receiving their treatments. And I remember being grateful that it was just her foot that was sick and not her entire body. The surgery was a success, but she was so young that she didn't understand that she couldn't walk on her foot, but she tried to anyways. She had a half body cast that she was in. There was a bar that went from knee to knee for like 6 months, but it didn't slow her down much. And this half body cast was removed when she was around 2, but considering the amount of trying times that she has gone through over the years, it's been put back on her, off and on throughout her life. But to no avail. My Bubba prevails. The story of my sister's beginning is what has paved the way for her undefeatable attitude that has carried her through some very rough circumstances in her life. Every single one of us has had to go through things that were difficult, but Melissa has had more than her fair share. It just doesn't matter what the universe has thrown at her. She has a silent strength that sees her through everything. She has been through things that most people will never experience in their lifetime, but she still manages to be a warm and caring spirit. She has a heart of gold, and she's generous, and she has a loving character. She's a wonderful parent, and just like any good parent, she always questions her parenting and is willing to correct herself if she sees that she can do something better. Judy and baby Sophia are so lucky to have such a wonderful mommy. She's one of my heroes, and she will always have my love and respect. I feel so grateful that she is my sister, and I hope that you all have a sister half as good as mine. If not, I'm willing to share her with you. But only for a few moments. So I just wanted to say congratulations to you and express that to Fernando. May your lives always be filled with love and laughter and the pitter patter of little feet.
Aww.
Thank you.
Until they get